Well, Kylie, not the result you were hoping for. How do you kind of see that one?
Queensland were a much better team than us tonight. That's what I put it down to, and that's footy.
How do you kind of see the girls' efforts there, though, especially in that second half towards the end there, that bit of fight back?
Yeah, they were trying hard, but, we were just making silly mistakes that, I know that this team's better than what they just presented, so it's really disappointing, and I know the girls are hurting as much as anyone else.
What's the reflection there on the weather? How did that kind of play into the style of game?
It didn't at all. We had played in Newcastle. We were ready for any condition. We knew that the rain was coming, so I don't think that was an excuse for us at all.
Isabelle, how hard was it to score tonight?
Obviously very hard. Queensland, like Kylie said, were a much better team. They came out firing, and I think that's what we lacked from the very get-go. And they just deserved it at the end of the day. I don't really have much more to say than that they were the team that needed to take that win, and they were.
Did you find it hard to sort of adjust to the conditions? I know you prepared for everything, but it just seemed like Queensland were on a bit earlier. Was it greasy ball and things like that?
I can't speak for everyone. I'm not really sure what the girls were thinking. At the end of the day, the completion was horrible, so we couldn't get into any positions to create any good ball and have any attack, which is what our team is so good at. We're so fast and strong, and unfortunately, there were just errors after errors in crucial parts of the game, and we couldn't complete, couldn't get any ball in our end, and that's why the score was the score.
Considering it was the third game, does it hurt a little bit more than last year's?
Every game hurts for me when I lose. I'm a very competitive person, as I know Kylie is, and our group has put in a lot of hard work, so everything hurts no matter the score. At the end of the day, we still lost, and Newcastle hurt as well, and I guess we can't go back. We can't change anything. There's nothing we can do, and at the end of the day, Queensland were the better team.
Isabelle, it's not an excuse, but the way it's set up, Queensland has been playing footy at their local clubs, whereas New South Wales, you guys went into a camp. As much as a 3-game system is great, would you like to see a system where you guys are already playing a bit of footy beforehand?
I would love to have NRLW beforehand, to be honest. I think that would be the best case for both teams, instead of having to play in state competitions. We had a great prep though. We were fit, we were strong. Our staff did everything that they could to make sure that we were ready to go. But for me, it would be to have an NRLW before leading into a state of origin.
You echo that, Kylie?
Oh, absolutely. Yep. I don't think that was a reasoning for the loss today. Brisbane, the girls were outstanding, and that was the first game of not playing any state footy, so definitely had nothing to do with it. But NRLW needs to be before an origin. They're playing the best footy at a high standard week in and week out, leading in.
This time last year we were talking about a 3-game series. That's happened now. I guess how else do you see the game evolving in the next year perhaps, and what kind of changes other than the one you just mentioned, perhaps the 40-minute halves?
Yeah, I think the girls deserve and they're ready for 40-minute halves. I don't think there's any reason why they shouldn't. As I said, if we want to see the best at origin level, they need to be playing week in and week out footy at an elite level, and I think that'll improve the standard of the game, even though, I think the games have been great, but if we can work it somehow that they're in clubland, and we're also juggling that players had gone back into clubland in these last 2 weeks as well, so as a coach that's really hard to juggle and manage as well when they're coming back to us. It needs to be really looked at.
All good?
Thank you.
Thank you.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights, action, 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour, grab a seat on the couch for that. And of course, my favourite, Freddie and the Onion.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm, subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.